Hey guys, I wanted to share this video with you. If you clicked on this thinking it was a live video of somebody falling out of a tree stand, it's not a live video. I did not have a camera going at the time, but I thought it was important to tell my story. Whew, that hat's crooked. I thought it was important to tell my story because it might help out some of you or actually save somebody's life. I was very lucky in the outcome of how this turned out. This was really neglect on my part because I took this equipment for granted and I did not check the condition of the cable. This stand belongs to one of my sons. It was over here in the woods on our property, and it had been out here for a couple of years. And I didn't think to look at the cables and see if they were rusted. And in fact, that's what had happened. And the loop end looks like this. But I'm going to tell you what happened. Luckily for me, I was only about 7 or 8 feet up. So I had just climbed up there, and it was a hot day. I wasn't really expecting to see anything. I just wanted to go to the woods and sit in the woods and kind of relax for a while. So it was about 1:30 or 2 in the afternoon. This was Friday. This was 2 days ago. So I climbed up. Like I said, I was only about 8 feet off the ground because I'm looking down into a bowl right here, so I really don't need to be that high. And I got to the top of where I wanted to be, and my wife called me. And I was talking to her on the phone. And while I was on the phone with her, I decided to rotate my stand just a little bit so that it would be looking a little bit more this way instead of straight on. So I had the phone on my shoulder like this, and I put my feet in the loops on the bottom. Thought that was a deer, but it was a squirrel. It was one of them 12-point squirrels. So I had my feet in loop. I moved it. I moved the top. Everything was good. And when I sat back down on the outside of the stand, I still had the tree in front of me. So I was sitting back down on the top to kind of anchor it in place. And right when I sat down, the cable broke. And I fell straight back. And I had this pack on. That's why I put it on for the video, because I could slide my phone right in here. I keep a water bottle and some snacks here, and I got my binoculars right here. So I had this packed on me on the front just like this. And the stand broke and I went backwards, and my butt hit the bottom of the stand right. This was the top. Yeah, my butt hit right here. I flipped over upside down. My feet were still in the loops right here. And I was hanging upside down immediately. And let me tell you, that thought, when that thing broke and I went backwards, I thought, this is it. I'm either going to break my legs or break my back. This could be the end right here. And my phone, of course, my phone went flying. My glasses went flying. No, I think they came off when I did the next thing. All this stuff and the top of the stand fell around my face right here and around my neck. So I had to get the stand off of me. I'm hanging upside down at this point. And then I pull this off of me, and I think my glasses went flying. But my feet were pinned in these straps. And there was so much pressure on them. And my calves right here hanging over this, I couldn't get my feet out. I didn't have rubber boots on at the time, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because if I'd had rubber boots on, maybe my feet would have slipped out of them and I would have just hit the ground or landed on my neck, but that's not what happened. I had on some lace-up boots, and I think that pretty much saved me. But you can see, let me step over to this side, this little tree right here, it used to be standing pretty much straight up. I was able to grab onto this tree with my right hand and pull myself up just enough to get enough pressure off of my right foot. I finally pulled my right foot out. Then I could reach up and I grabbed the bottom of this stand and I was able to pull my left foot up. Well, as soon as I did that, I fell and I hit the ground. And I think I kind of rotated and fell on this left side with my arm under me like this, because I have bruised ribs right here. My left thigh right here has got a big bruise on it. And other than my calves being really sore and my toes hurting from the straps, that's all the injuries that I occurred. And I find myself very lucky. Somebody was definitely watching out for me that day. My guardian angels were here, and I'm thankful for that. I have not moved this stand since it happened. I came back in here today to get it out. So the lesson learned is check your equipment to make sure it's not rusted. And now what I have figured out now, and it makes sense, and I didn't give it much thought, that as it rains, if this is sitting in the woods for a while, the rain comes down, hits this strap, this cable, runs down inside here and runs to the loop inside the stand right here and rusts it out. Say I'm gonna insert another picture of the loop. But I was pretty shaken up. Once I hit the ground and kind of gathered my thoughts, I found my phone and my wife was still on the phone. It happened under a minute, but it felt like forever to me, because I knew that once I was hanging upside down, I knew I had to get out of that position as soon as possible. The first couple of tries, I couldn't get my feet out, so I quickly formulated a plan. If I couldn't get my feet out, I was gonna have to pull my knife out and try to cut the straps from the bottom to get my feet out. Luckily, I was able to grab this tree, like I said, and get them out, but that was fortunate this tree was here. If this tree hadn't been there, I don't know that I would have been able to pull myself up, you know, like a sit-up from a completely 90-degree angle hanging down. But my backup plan was to cut the straps with my knife. So yeah, that's my story. It was a life-changing experience. I'll insert some pictures here of the stand and the end of the cable. I'm gonna take it out now and get some new cable to put on it. But don't take your equipment for granted, and don't take life for granted, and don't take tomorrow for granted. Thanks for watching.